right now, I'd like to welcome in a former Major League Baseball player who played, of course, from 98 until 2010, most notably with the Rangers and with the Boston Red Sox, winning a World Series as well in 2004. We welcome to the show, also now working with a website called egraphs.com. We welcome Gabe Kapler. Hey, Gabe.
Thank you so much for taking some time to talk to me today. It's actually cool. Every time I think about the Expos, and I'm sure that Montreal fans are sad that they're not around anymore, especially given the success the Nats are having recently.
Well, it's tough. It's tough, Gabe. Thanks for saying that. It's obviously a lot of people in the city still care about baseball, and it's kind of slowly making its way back into the consciousness. Some, Dawson getting inducted in 2010, and unfortunately the passing earlier this year of Gary Carter, and some events in June with former Expo Warren Cromartie bringing the 81 division team back here. So there's been a nice little buzz building, but it's not always easy.
I got to tell you, so I had the pleasure of playing with Larry Walker in Colorado, one of the greatest players that I've actually been around. Great, extraordinary human being, and obviously a Montreal Expo alum. So, there's another thing that I think about when I think about Expos baseball.
Well, that's nice of you to say. Walker hasn't really been seen much in the city since they didn't re-sign him in '95, unfortunately. But greatest Canadian baseball player, maybe outside of Ferguson Jenkins. But you had quite a long career in Major League Baseball. A team that I also follow is the Red Sox, and you had a chance to be part of the reversing of the curse.
Man, I was lucky to be a part of that team, I got to tell you, because I was bouncing around, going from team to team. I had extraordinary success early in my career with some teams, but never to the magnitude that I had with the Red Sox in 2003 and 2004. It was quite disappointing in 2003 to see Aaron Boone hit that walk-off home run, and we were all pretty upset. And then coming back the next year, winning the World Series, coming back in the Yankee series was probably the highlight of my career. Again, I was blessed to be part of the teams that I was part of, kind of a role player, especially there in Boston. But something that I cherish and will always hold on to as long as I live and share with my kids.
Yeah, you had a chance as well to play with a couple former Expos there too on that '04 team, Pedro Martinez and Orlando Cabrera.
That's true. So when you were talking earlier about the greatest player, greatest Canadian. Oh, okay, I understand. So Larry Walker, but greatest Canadian-born player.
Right.
So who else falls into that category? So Jason Bay would be in the conversation, and who else?
Well, there's Joey Votto's getting up there pretty quickly. Morneau, Justin Morneau won an MVP, so he's got to be there too. And Ryan Dempster's had a long career, but kind of average overall stats, but certainly a great year this year. Votto's pretty much on his way to maybe even eclipsing Walker perhaps one day.
I wouldn't disagree with you. Votto's a pretty spectacular player. It's cool. It's cool to follow Canadian baseball fans and understand them as passionate as they are about hockey. When the Sky Dome gets full, it's pretty spectacular. I'm sure. I don't know if you're a bigger hockey fan than you are a baseball fan, but balancing the two sports, I'm sure, is a lot of fun for you.
Gabe Kapler, of course, with eGraphs, which we'll get to in a couple of moments. I was watching telecast of the Red Sox on NESN, and immediately thought, well, this is kind of cool. There's a lot of collectible people in this city in terms of sporting items, and we used to have a collector's show here on this station a while back, and I thought, well, this is pretty good. So I got in touch with the company, and we worked out for you to come on the show, and I thought this is going to be great. Nobody's heard of this in this market. And then a day after I saw it on TV, the local paper picked up an Associated Press story on you guys. So
they beat you to the punch.
They beat me.
Let that happen.
They beat me. So it was kind of a bit of a great story for you guys. How's it been early on with eGraphs, and explain the concept for people?
Yeah, best way to explain it, and the way we like to talk about it, is it's a shared experience between a fan and his or her favorite celebrity that lasts forever. Essentially, it's the next generation of autographs. The best way to find out about it is to go to our website, egraphs.com, E as in Edward, and then graphs, like autographs.com, and browse around the site. Look for your favorite, the photograph of your favorite player. See how you can personalize messages from the player to you. It's a personalized written message that a player or celebrity creates on their iPad. So handwritten on a beautiful high-resolution photograph that also includes a voice print that the player or the celebrity records on their iPad. So you'll have a play button at the bottom of your screen. You'll have a beautiful high-resolution photograph and this personalized written message. You'll scroll down and there'll be a play button. You'll click the play button and you'll hear a personal message from the celebrity to you. And all of this is done on a one-on-one basis. There's nothing reproduced about our product. It's really a special, personal, warm interaction between you and the celebrity.
I'm on the website now. I see sold out for a couple of the bigger names, including Pedro Martinez. I had a chance in June of 2011 to be on a bus with Pedro, a private bus going from Montreal to Quebec City for a charity softball event. And I was on the bus with Pedro and Moises Alou. And just like you see the antics on TV, he was the exact same on the bus. Was he a hoot to play with as well in 04? In 03?
He was incredible to play with, jovial, smiling all the time. And it's interesting, if you're on the eGraphs website and you click on recently created eGraphs by the players, one of them is from Pedro Martinez, and his personality just comes across in his voice message. He's laughing, he's joking, you can tell that he's smiling, and that's exactly what you experienced that day on the bus. His personality resonated through the whole clubhouse. Everybody felt warm being around him. You know, he sat on one side of the clubhouse, and you could feel his energy all the way across the room. And so, therefore, he's a perfect candidate for eGraphs because he shares that energy with his fans.